All right, hey guys, this is the E in the rave diet. Have you been with me this far? You ready to go, guys? The E stands for no exceptions, which means you can't cheat. You're fooling yourself if you cheat. No exceptions, guys. All right, so no exceptions. Now, after all these negative no's, you're probably thinking I'm crazy for also saying no exceptions, because everyone is going to have some exceptions in our world of plentiful temptations. That, however, is precisely why I say it. It's right out of the school of if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. If you are simply trying to lose weight as opposed to reversing a disease, then I would say you could apply a 99% rave rule. That is, follow the rave diet for 99% of your caloric intake. In practical terms, this means having rare exceptions to these rules. Roger Ebert, the film critic, lost 89 pounds and described rare exceptions like this. I agree with McDonald's that a visit to Mickey D's can be part of a responsible nutritional approach. That's why I've dined there twice in the last 17 months. In other words, if you follow Roger Ebert's example and dine at McDonald's every 8 months or so, it won't set your weight goals back very much. If you are fighting a disease, however, the no exceptions rule should be applied to the letter. In fact, Dr. Nathan Pritikin followed a strict rave diet when he reversed his heart disease, but subsequent book versions of his diet have made exceptions to his diet. If you want to prevent or reverse heart disease and the diseases associated with narrowing and closure of the blood vessels throughout your body, you will want to follow the rave diet strictly, or it simply won't work. In fact, success on health issues will correspond directly with how strictly you follow the diet. Doctors who administer dietary treatments to cure diseases will tell you the no exception rule is the biggest area of concern. When patients stray from their diets even a little, it can significantly undermine the goals they are trying to achieve. A friend of mine cured an arthritic knee by following the diet, but over the Christmas holidays he indulged, and the pain in his knee returned. I can always tell when someone is not following the diet strictly. They don't lose weight. People who follow this diet without exceptions will lose weight if they need to. When someone says to me the diet isn't working, I'm not losing weight, I always volunteer to make an inspection of what's in their refrigerators and pantries, and they always say no. That's because their kitchens are full of exceptions, and so too is their diet. The rave diet is the diet that not only prevents, but has also reversed heart and other diseases. Just eating a little more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains won't do much, if anything, for your health. If you want to have a big impact, you have to make big changes. I'm not a disciplinarian, and I think that an occasional indulgence is fine, so long as it is very occasional. For example, you might have a piece of cake during a birthday party, or you might indulge in small ways during holiday festivities. This is okay, so long as you get right back into the rave diet. The biggest problem is that occasional exceptions can easily lead you back into old habits. Most of us think we can get away with more than just an occasional exception, but there is real pain involved in these exceptions. Oh, these are only calories, you say. But they're not. They're usually empty calories, which means you'll soon be hungry again, and you'll need to consume even more calories in order to feel full. So what, you say? I'll just work off the calories. Well, first of all, it's a lot easier to say you're going to work them off than it is to actually work them off. To work off a Snickers candy bar, you'd have to spend 51 minutes jogging or 2 hours walking just to get back where you were before you had a few minutes of pleasure eating the candy bar. A 20-ounce Coke will cost you nearly an hour of biking. In other words, these brief moments of pleasure can be very painful over the long run. To think of it another way, you'd have to eat about 3 pounds of apples to equal the calories you consume in one 5-ounce chocolate bar. Second, you can't work off cholesterol. The average person can only get rid of 100 milligrams of cholesterol a day. A single egg contains 213 milligrams, and that excess cholesterol ends up clogging arteries. The only way you're going to get rid of cholesterol is to stop eating it and lower your saturated fat intake, so you'll give your body a fighting chance to get rid of the excess. The body is extremely fine-tuned to handle this, but it can't function properly when it's overwhelmed. You might think of the rave diet as your lifelong marriage partner. You might have an occasional fling with Mr. Sweet or Ms. Fat or Mr. Salt, but these are temporary distractions that can't possibly give you a lifetime of satisfaction and love like the one your marriage partner can. The best advice I can give you is to stay faithful and monogamous, and, like a good marriage, the payoffs will be incalculable. Finally, your friends may laugh at you for following such a crazy diet, but they'll stop laughing when they see your new body and lifestyle. When they're suffering through the anguish of diet-related disease later in life, and you continue to dodge those disease-laden bullets, trust me, you'll have the last crazy laugh. This isn't about laughing at people. This is about reaching people and saying, hey, I found this. Come with me. Join me. Let's get healthy together. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.